I have been absolutely obsessed with the Steam Deck for the last 5 months, and I felt like I needed to get on here and talk about it. So I got the Steam Deck LCD model. There's a newer model, the OLED model. That's a little more expensive. You could find these used pretty cheap. I found mine used on Facebook Marketplace for about 200 bucks from some really sketchy guy in a Kroger parking lot. I thought it was broken, thought it was stolen, but I signed in, got it home, and it worked. This is one of the best values in gaming right now, period. Let's just paint a picture as to where we are right now in sort of the gaming landscape with tariffs and price hikes and just overall, May of 2025, where are we? About a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago, Xbox raised their prices across their entire portfolio. Consoles, accessories, probably games here pretty soon. They did that right after Nintendo, on the same day that all of the tariffs were announced the Switch 2. When they announced the Switch 2, it came with a $450 price tag, and they showed off some games that had $80 to $90 price tags on it. They also had this weird thing where when you buy the cartridge, you don't actually own the game. So everything is getting more expensive. Games are getting more expensive. Accessories are getting more expensive. And consoles are getting more expensive. As of recording this, the Steam Deck has not moved in price at all. And on top of that, you can find them under the $400 mark, and depending on the storage size, you could probably find them under $300 used. So what Valve has done here with SteamOS is incredible. When you boot this up for the first time, you're gonna see a very console-like experience with your apps and your game cards sort of front row and center. You scroll down, you have access to that news feed. You click that Steam button and you have access to your library. You can see what games are great on the deck. Tab over, start installing brand new games, and then you click play and you're in. Just that easy, just like you would be on a Nintendo Switch or a PS5. The hardware in the Steam Deck consistently punches above its weight class. Now, you're not going to be maxing out the newest AAA titles at 60 FPS, but what this thing is capable of has blown me away. I've put considerable amount of time in Elden Ring, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Final Fantasy VII Remake since I've gotten this. Apart from that, I've played a lot of lighter sort of indie titles. Hades, Balatro, Vampire Survivors, Katana Zero. All of those games use cloud save. So I could sit here and play a game on my gaming rig, let's say Elden Ring, and if I go stay the night somewhere, I can take this and continue exactly where I left off. I feel like that seems like it's a given, but I don't think you appreciate how amazing that feature is until you are actually using it like every day or every other. It's incredible. And at the time of recording, we're only a few weeks away from the Steam summer sale. So not only can you get the Steam Deck LCD for, under the maybe $300 mark depending on storage, you can also get games dirt cheap. One of the other big hot selling points, I think, for the Steam Deck, really for anybody, but for me especially, I sit at a desk all day and I work. So the last thing that I want to do sometimes is come home and sit at a desk some more and play some video games, right? I just want to come home, sit on the couch, rot in my bed, and scroll through TikTok or YouTube or something like that. And it's so easy to do that, right? Because you have a phone in your hand and you're just mindlessly scrolling. Lately, I've been replacing those TikTok death scrolls with the Steam Deck, and I feel like it's done absolute wonders for my mental health. And it's everything that I loved about the Nintendo Switch, on top of all the other benefits that we just talked about before. Cheap ass games, cloud saves, so that I can start on my rig and then play it in my bed when I don't feel like sitting at my rig anymore. Combine that with Valve's consumer friendliness, the no bullshit from Valve that other companies are kind of forcing down your throat right now with crazy DRM, insane game price hike. This couple $100 Linux gaming handheld is absolutely incredible if you think about what you're getting in return for the money that you're spending on it. So that's kind of it. That's everything I wanted to talk about the Steam Deck LCD in 2025. Should you buy one? Absolutely. Go do it. If you're thinking about it, do it. I'm sure the OLED model is cool, but if you're on a budget, you're trying to play some games on the go, maybe you already have a gaming rig and you want something to supplement that, or you're holding out on the Switch 2 just because of price and what Nintendo is doing to the consumer, go buy one, stop thinking about it. So yep, that's all I had. See ya.